Hello everyone and welcome back to the Code Syndicate. Today we will discuss about numeric types in Python. But before we begin, if you are new to this channel or haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. It will help me a lot. So let's begin. Python has three numeric types: integers, floats, and complex number. If you are from mathematics background, you probably heard all the three types of numbers. In this video, we'll discuss the first two types of numbers and I will take the complex type for the later videos. To declare an integer in Python, we just write the number and that's it. We have declared an integer here. To check this, we can write type num. Here you can see the type of this num is integer. Python is a dynamically typed language. That means we do not need to add what type of data this number or any variable is using or is going to use. So to make a variable integer or a float depends on the value. That means as we have put this 3 in the value and 3 is an integer, that is the reason this number is of type integer. If we put float instead of this integer, we'll get the float type. Let's have a value 2.8. Here you can see we have got this float type. So declaring a number type in Python is so easy. We just need to make sure that we have the correct representation for the desired number. That is, if we want to store an integer, the value needs to be an integer. Or if we need to store a float, the value should be a float. In a situation where we need to make this num that will be storing the exact tree, but the type of this num needs to be a float. In this case, we'll have to write num equals 3.0. This way, we will make this num a float with the exact value of p. Now let's see how we can interchange the type of the variable between integers and floats. Here we have this num as a float. Let's change this num to a integer type. For this we'll write int num. Here you can see we have got this integer p. Let's say we have this n is equal to. Now let's make this n a float. But first let's check the type of this n. To make this a float, we write, here you can see we have got a floating point number. Now let's have another example. This will be, let's say num equals 2.3 and let's make this num a integer type. Here you can see we have got 2. Let's change this value 2.3 to 2.8. Now change the type of this num to integer. Here you can see we have got 2 again. That means when we change a floating point number to an integer, Python will ignore any value after this decimal point. In this case, it has ignored this 0.3 and in this case, it ignored this 0.8. So this thing is to be taken care of while we interchange the types between floats and integer. And this is it for this video and I will see you in the next video.